Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Whip and Chat.
Long time no talk.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've been not so much busy as just, I don't know, disinterested. I haven't really wanted to do anything.
Including YouTube.
Yeah. The only reason I've been diamond painting is because these are Christmas presents. And I'm on a time crunch.
But it's keeping her moving. I'm working on another Christmas present.
For me.
For her.
310 Life.
Yeah, people who talk about 310 Life have never seen this picture.
It's Darth Vader.
It's 75% 310. And it is 75 by 50. There are over 40,000 310s in it. Out of 53 colors.
What can I say? My roommate loves me. I just can't believe there's 50 colors in it.
Yeah. You can't imagine there would be 53 colors when you see the picture. Maybe I can show the picture. Give me a sec. Spill the salt. Yeah, there's some glare, but I think you get the impression. There you go. Yeah, that's a lot of 310.
But it was better than her doing the pastel one, which she's sick of.
Yeah, I'm not big on pastel. I'd rather do a ton of 310. Because I can kind of do this mindlessly.
I don't like 310s.
She doesn't.
I don't like dark pictures. This one's dark enough, and it's mostly just purples.
And 90% of the pictures I do have a lot of 310 because I like dark things.
You are dark.
I am. But, you love me anyway.
I do. Not sure why, but...
I don't know.
Do any of us know why we actually love each other?
I don't know. Some people may have a clue.
They're the weird ones.
But yeah, I can tolerate 310.
So yeah. But I have been taking breaks from diamond painting to do a lot of crafts. It is the holiday season, and that's when I pull out the glue gun and the construction paper and get crafting.
And now we have 3,000 popsicle sticks.
Yeah, we went a little crazy.
We want to do gingerbread houses. I'm making air quotes.
Yeah, it's going to be a village. We're going to make the church and the post office and the store.
And if there's leftovers, I can use them for stirring resin.
So we're going to make a whole little village. Becky's going to help us. I told her bring her glue gun, even though we have an extra one and she could use it. So...
Well, my extra one is a full-size glue gun. I don't have the glue sticks for it. I only have one mini one. And you have a mini one. Or did you find your other one?
I found my other one.
Okay. So, yeah, we have 3.
Yeah. Sorry. And I've been making paper chains to decorate the house. And I decorated mason jars. I found the idea on Pinterest. For decorating mason jars, but I put my own twist on it. I decorated them in fall colors, so they are orange, yellow, and brown. And then I hot glued construction letters to them, or in the case of 2 of them, paper turkeys I had made. And the letters say fall. And then around the top, over the lid, I put cloth. One of the wax vendors we order from gave me that idea. And then around the lid, I glued ribbon, and I put in a paper feather with a popsicle stick holding it up.
I almost bought you some craft feathers the other day, but they were brightly colored.
To represent the Native Americans, because that's who we do owe the first Thanksgiving to.
I won't say it.
And it's to honor Mackenzie's daughter's Native American heritage.
And, what we took from them.
And what we took from them. But we owe it to them because without them we would have starved.
Yeah.
They fed us. And
we killed them in
annihilated
return.
We annihilated them.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not going down that soapbox.
We're not overly into the past, but it is kind of sad when you think about it.
So I did that to honor them.
Whether or not they'd agree, I don't know.
But it looks like a little headdress.
It does.
So that was my intent, to respect, not for any other purpose.
Yes.
And so they're cute. They're sitting
Speaking of my daughter, my granddaughter turned 2 today.
Yeah, and you don't get to see her.
I don't.
They live in Delaware. We live in Pennsylvania, and we live in the middle of Pennsylvania, so it's a pretty long trek.
Yeah.
And I'm not driving to Delaware just for a birthday party.
No, it would be at least a 3-hour drive.
4.
4?
Because Maryland's 4 hours away.
Oh.
And Delaware's further south.
Gotcha. I don't know directions. I don't drive.
So, I quit my job.
With good reason.
With good reason, yes. I know that's odd to just blurt out like that, but there's no gentle way to preface it. It's been a difficult fall. The weather... Mackenzie says Mother Nature's back on her meds.
We're having weather like we did when I was growing up, but Marissa's not used to it.
We've already had snow on the ground.
Just a dusting. Nothing like they're getting in the middle
of the country.
Yeah.
But we've already had snow on the ground. We've already had frigid Arctic air. And I don't like it. And I'm not used to it. And I was already having trouble before the time change. With the days getting shorter, and I noticed this, and my meds, they haven't been quite right since I got out of the hospital in August, and I'm afraid to mess with them because every time we play with them, I end up back in the hospital. So I chose to leave my job and eliminate that stress because I knew that if I didn't, I was going to end up back in the hospital. I could feel...
And she was having a little bit of difficulty focusing on caring for her client in the way she knows the client needs.
Yeah, it wasn't fair to my client or my company the way I was feeling. I couldn't put in a fair amount of work for my pay. And to me, that's important.
It is.
So...
Should be important to everybody at any job.
But it's not.
No matter what you get paid.
But it's not, and we know that.
No, it's not. Work ethics don't exist anymore.
So, I chose to step away from my job for a while and focus on myself. Just... regroup, and
which I think will really help because the holidays are always hard for her, even if she's not working.
Yeah, I tend to get a little manic at the holidays. For example, last year I made close to 2,000 cookies and 60 loaves of sweetbread, quick breads. I corrected it. 60 loaves of that, and we were eating the stuff into February before I finally just threw it out and said I'm
Correction,
done.
She was eating the stuff into February. I don't eat it.
You were eating some of the bread.
I ate 2 slices. I don't know if that counts.
But Becky was eating it. I gave a ton of it away to people at church.
And I'm not a huge cookie person.
You're not. My friend Steph and her boyfriend got a ton of it because they got the leftovers after I finished making my Christmas boxes.
I wonder how much they ended up throwing away.
Probably quite a bit because it was more than anyone 2 people could eat.
And you'd get sick of it after a while.
Yes. It was way too much, and I just went a little manic with my baking, and I would stay up all night making cookies, and then I would go to work the next day, and then I'd come home and make more cookies. Our house was covered in cookies.
She was lucky some weeks if she got 10 hours of sleep the entire week because she was suffering so badly from mania.
Yeah, not fun.
Not healthy.
Fun at all.
I mean, she was grateful because she was getting so much done. I was worried about the crash, which happened.
But I handled it.
You did.
I did not end up in the hospital.
How you handled? Oh, God.
I did not end up in the hospital that time. Which is impressive because that's the first year in the last 4 that I haven't ended up in the hospital after New Year's.
Yeah. So it's definitely progress.
Yeah.
And we're going to aim for this year not happening too.
Yeah. Which is, again, why I stepped away from my job. Because I could feel it coming. I could feel just the emotional stress building.
Right.
And for those of you who deal with mental health issues, you know what I'm talking about when it's just, you feel like, well, for anyone, not just people with mental health, but you feel like the weight of the world is on you and you can't get out of bed.
But on top of it, you have physical health problems as well.
I do.
So.
But when you feel like you can't get out of bed and face the day.
Right. I'm amazed they don't check your thyroid medication to make sure your levels are right for that. They did?
Yeah.
Because I get concerned about that, because I know weight changes can change the level of medication you need for that.
My doctor ordered lab work before she left, so I'll have
Good.
it in January when I see the new doctor. Which is a little perturbing, because my doctor just left the practice end of October. I saw her the last day she was there, October 30th. I don't get to see the new doctor till January 24th. I was seeing my doctor every 2 weeks. And now I'm going 3 months.
Yeah.
Not happy. But there's nothing I can do. I just have to hope there's a cancellation and I can get in with the new doctor. But anyway, so I thought with this video, since I've been talking a little bit about mental health, I would stay on that road and talk about some tips and tricks I've learned for handling the holidays when you deal with mental health, or just the stress of the holidays.
Even if you don't have mental health problems, it can be useful.
Yeah, because the holidays are a very stressful time for everyone.
Not me.
Well, you don't like the holidays.
I've got pretty much all my shopping done, too.
Well, they're stressful for you because you work retail.
Well, but I can leave that at the door when I leave my job.
Very true. But you have to pick it up when you go back.
Yeah. Didn't have to worry about that so much at Payless. Not many people bought shoes for Christmas.
Right. Anyway, so my first suggestion is something Mackenzie and I both do. It's do as much shopping as you can early.
Yes. Avoid the crowds.
Because, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Being in a crowd of people is stressful in and of itself, but when you're all fighting over the same toys and you're trying to get that toy that's popular this year.
And although I don't have social anxiety, I don't like big crowds of people, and it irritates me. And just how rude everybody is these days, it makes me upset. So I try to have my shopping done by the end of October. I've always been this way because I just don't like big crowds. I'm not a people person.
And a suggestion for those of you who have children and take them shopping, please control them.
Make sure they have their naps.
Not even just their
naps. Don't make it an all-day thing.
Don't let them run throughout the store in front of other customers.
Yeah, just pay attention to them, control them. You know how busy it's going to be, so... Have a
Because
little bit of consideration.
this is the time of year that children get taken, too, because it's so busy.
You only have to lose sight of your child for a second for them to disappear.
And
trust me, I know. My child wasn't taken, but I took my eyes off of her for a second, and she ducked into a rack of clothes and thought it was hilarious. We had an entire store shut down so we could look for her. Yeah. Luckily, that wasn't during the holiday season. I don't think. I don't remember. It was years ago. She was quite young at the time.
But that's not how you want your holidays marked, by your child being taken.
No. So just be aware.
My second suggestion is break your tasks into manageable pieces. If you have to do cookies, don't do like I did and plan them all for after work at 11 o'clock at night. Plan a day to make this batch and a day to make this batch. Don't say I'm going to... Or take one day and do all your baking that day.
If you don't plan to do a lot of it.
Right. But don't put too much on one day. Don't say I'm going to work and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this.
I don't know, though. We kind of did that with the Halloween party, but we didn't have near as much.
But we broke it up into the days before.
Yeah. I mean, we did what little prep we could ahead of time, but there was so much we couldn't prep ahead of time.
Yeah, but I did it while you were at work.
Yeah.
Because I'm not working. So, if you're going to bake, do the baking. Don't say I'm going to bake and wrap presents and go shopping, because that's just too much.
I still have to wrap yet.
But
that's okay. I'll get that all done in one day.
Yeah.
And I genuinely enjoy wrapping presents, so I'll probably do it while she's out of the house.
I'm leaving for 7 days next week.
Yeah, so I'll probably do all my wrapping then.
My third big suggestion, if you have mental health issues, do not stop your meds. I know that with the holidays, there's parties and you want to have a drink. So,
and you're probably on a holiday high, feeling good because everybody's happy.
But you want to have a drink, so you don't take your meds, so you can have that drink. Not a smart idea.
No.
Alcohol's a depressant. And if you don't have I'm going to use street terms. If you don't have the upper in you from your antidepressant, and you take a depressant in the alcohol, you're going to be even lower. And then you're going to crash because your body's going through withdrawal from not having its meds.
Right. It's not worth it.
No. I'll be honest, there are some days I want to drink. I don't drink because of my faith, because I know that I can't mix it with my meds, and I have personal convictions about why I don't drink. But there are some days I would love to come home and have a drink, just on bad days.
And I just very rarely drink.
But
I grew up in a family full of alcoholics, so I tried to limit my intake.
But I know with my meds, it could kill me.
Mm-hmm.
So...
But I don't keep alcohol in the house on a regular basis, so... And that's part of the reason. We don't need the temptation there.
Right. So that's my big one for the holidays, is stay on your meds. My fourth one is... I meant to write these down before I started, and I didn't, because I was too busy trying to finish this diamond painting. Don't go overboard on the shopping. Don't think you have to get everybody 5 gifts. Yes, you want to get gifts for everyone, but you don't need to get gifts for your second cousin's yoga teacher. They'll get gifts from someone else. And you can always use cookies as a gift. If you're already baking, Give some cookies away. I know that sounds simple, but sometimes a homemade gift is the best gift.
It's definitely the thought that counts. And I'm sorry, but if you have people in your life that are not like that, is it really worth having them in your life if you can avoid it? I mean, I know sometimes it's family, but family can be toxic.
Sometimes you have to cut family out of your life.
Believe me, I know.
That was a rabbit trail I wasn't planning on going down.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I can't get my train of thought back.
I'll take the blame.
The train is completely derailed.
The train has left the station.
The train is in outer space.
Excuse me.
Homemade gifts. That's where I was going. Sometimes, yes, you want to get a ton of gifts for your children, but make sure they appreciate them. And clothes are not a bad gift.
In this day and age, clothes are considered a good gift, though. A lot of kids are asking for clothes.
Yeah. I know when I was little, clothes were the bad gift.
I know. That's the way I grew up, too. That's why it's kind of surprising to see it different now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, now kids want clothes? I wanted toys.
Yeah.
They didn't even have to be the latest and greatest toy as long as they were toys.
Right.
But, you know, I grew up in a poor family, so the latest and greatest toy just didn't happen for us.
Right. So, but don't make yourself think you have to get every single person in your life a gift.
A card, just like a handmade gift,
a batch of cookies.
Little things count.
Yeah. And give gifts to the important people in your life first. I know that sounds selfish, but if you overextend, one, you're going to be broke. And two, you're not going to have anything left to give emotionally because you've spent it all worrying about what you're going to give this person and this person and that person.
Sounds about right.
So, and my fifth tip for the holidays, surviving the holidays, is how did I want to phrase this? Don't forget the forgotten. You may have someone, I know this kind of seems to contradict what I just said, but there are people in your life who are lonely, sad. They may be elderly, they may be widows or widowers. I don't want to be
gender specific.
Yeah. They may be alone this Christmas. Try to include them, because including them in your holiday plans will make you feel even better. I know it sounds trite about spreading Christmas cheer by being nice, but it is so true. I know we're talking about getting a group of friends together to go Christmas caroling at a nursing home.
I'm not included in this.
No, Mackenzie's not included. but a group of my friends and I are talking about it, and it's such a simple thing. I just have to make a couple phone calls and then announce it to some of my friends at church. But it would brighten their day so much, to the people who don't get visitors, to the people who spend all day, every day alone. And making them happy will make the holiday mean even more.
That doesn't include people like me who like to be alone by choice.
Yeah, no.
To me, a great Christmas present is be gone all Christmas Day. Leave me alone.
Leave the hermits alone. They'll just throw things at you. They'll throw the fruitcake at you that you gave them.
And don't give fruitcake unless you know the person likes it.
You give Mackenzie fruitcake, she's going to throw it back at you.
Hopefully it's hard as a brick.
But even just including them, if you're baking, if you're making cards, if you're doing whatever. Okay. So those are my 5 tips. What are your tricks or suggestions for the holidays? I'd love to hear them.
No, lots of alcohol does not count.
Yeah. Neither do street drugs.
We can't afford those anyway.
No, we can't. But we wouldn't do those even if we could afford them. We've seen the damage they do.
Yeah. I'm sure everybody's pretty used to how sarcastic I am by now.
Yes.
I would hope. And if you're new, welcome to Sarcasm Central.
Yep. There is a 99% chance of sarcasm on this channel.
There is. Mainly from me. Marissa controls hers much better. I do not.
I haven't worked in customer service as long as she has.
I've got over 15 years worth of customer service experience.
She bottles it all up all day and I get to endure it all night.
I'm amazed I'm not an alcoholic by now.
So leading off of that, what are some of your y'all's?
Are we from the South now?
We are from the South.
Well, you did live in Florida for a while.
I did, near Alabama. What are some of your guys' favorite holiday traditions?
You guys, that's a little more upstate New York.
What are some of your favorite holiday traditions?
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
She's analyzing my words.
Hey, I say you guys'. I say y'all. I'm just picking.
You don't do it in front of the internet.
Yeah, I do. Or I did, back when I made videos.
Anyways, one of my family's traditions is to give pajamas on Christmas Eve. You get to open one gift, and it's new pajamas.
And that's a totally cool tradition, because who doesn't like cozy clothes?
And then when you take pictures the next morning of people opening presents, they're in brand new pajamas.
My only issue with this tradition is I prefer to wash my clothing before I wear it. So
we've amended it to where we open it the afternoon before, so that we can both wash our pajamas.
Yeah.
Before we wear them, because Mackenzie's told me horror stories of working in a clothing factory.
I worked in a clothing warehouse, and you do not want to know what comes in on some of this stuff. And do not ever wear anything without washing it first.
Okay.
I don't care if it's socks. You just don't know.
Okay. Did your family have any traditions, Mackenzie?
No, not particularly.
Since we don't have any kids, we don't get to leave cookies out for Santa.
We were lucky. Well, we did the cookie thing, but my sister and I were lucky if our parents were even sober Christmas Eve. So.
And the last couple of years, I haven't actually been home for Christmas. I've been house sitting.
Mm-hmm.
So Mackenzie and I do our gifts the night before I leave.
Yeah, which is quite a bit earlier. Sometimes like a week and a half, 2 weeks earlier than Christmas.
This year it may be the 23rd.
So I get to just sit all by myself on Christmas Day and watch whatever scary movies I want.
Not this year.
Oh, are we having a party here this year?
No, we have plans on Christmas Day.
What are our plans?
I'll
you
tell
didn't
you.
tell me this yet. You're making plans without me?
Well, Becky is.
Oh, I see. Does it involve me leaving my cave? Jeez. This is not my idea of a good Christmas already.
You don't like Christmas anyway, so...
I have had many years where I've spent Christmas completely alone, and it just does not bother me. I am not a person
it bothers
who needs people.
It bothers me.
It shouldn't. You know I'm going to be that crazy old hermit up in the woods and the top of
We
the
are
mountain.
not living in the top of the mountain. There's snakes up there.
There's snakes everywhere.
I haven't seen a snake since we moved to this project.
I don't think I have either.
That's because there's too many kids running around.
Yeah, they stay pretty well hidden.
Yeah. Knock on wood, there's been no snakes.
No visible snakes, at least.
Yes.
Well, there's not a lot of food in here either. They keep the rodents well under control. Oh, shit. Hang on. I think it's still recording. I have to plug in. Sorry about the potty mouth. I didn't think. We're losing power. There we go. I don't think it stopped recording. It's still counting.
Okay.
Okay, what were we saying?
Snakes.
Yeah, the rodents are pretty well kept under control.
Yeah.
So they really don't have much to eat.
The only thing we have is a chipmunk that scares the crap out of us.
Although Sierra saw a hawk once eating a squirrel.
Okay. Squirrels. We have squirrels galore.
Yeah.
The squirrel population is in no danger of going extinct in this community.
No. But you know what? Zombie apocalypse hit, there's food. I have had squirrel before. It's tasty.
I have not had squirrel.
It's good.
I'll take your word for it.
It's a little dry. You got to know how to make it, but it's definitely edible.
Let me think. What else did we do on Christmas? My mother would do a ton of baking. She scaled that back, but that's where I get my Christmas baking from.
My mom usually baked too, back before the alcohol really came to stay.
We have to make fudge this year.
Oh, God. Okay.
At least a little bit.
I can do that. I'll have to get the ingredients.
Sorry, random squirrel.
It's okay.
I just thought of that. That's one of Mackenzie's traditions, is making fudge.
At least it used to be.
This year, I'm decorating the Monday, the 2nd of December, or the 1st. The 1st or the 2nd. I haven't decided yet. I'm not going to be home Black Friday, so I have to wait.
Yeah.
And I'm very nicely not decorating before Thanksgiving because Mackenzie gets enough Christmas between her job and home during the Christmas season.
If I hear the song "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" one more time,
I'm not going to expose her to Christmas decorations any earlier than I have to.
At my job, we have these motion-activated ornaments, and that's the song they play. And I'm already fed up with the song. Thankfully, they don't play music over an overhead system where I work or anything. So I'm not subjected to that like I always was before.
Good, that means I can play Christmas music this year. If looks could kill, I would have just died.
You can play a little bit. I'll have my headphones in. We can listen to the screams on Supernatural.
You have to listen to a little Christmas music with me.
Why?
Because it's Christmas.
Your point being? She's got a sad face now. Maybe a little.
Okay. At least while we open presents.
I can compromise there.
Okay. The rest of the time I'll blast it while you're not home.
There you go.
And then I'll just be humming it. I hum Christmas music in July.
She does. And I come home every night from work covered in glitter.
Craft herpes. That reminds me. The turkeys I made
Yeah. You haven't finished the other one yet.
have turkey herpes.
Yes, they do.
Because I used glitter glue on them.
Yep.
So they have herpes. Turkey herpes, turkey herpes.
And of course now I have the glitter hot glue sticks.
Nice. So our village is going to have herpes.
If I use them. I might
Okay.
use some to decorate it.
Okay.
I was thinking like to decorate the windows and stuff.
I'm going to use paint. I have lots of paint.
I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do. I wonder if I could make a hot glue Christmas tree. I wonder if that's possible.
Probably. Or make a resin one.
I don't have a Christmas tree mold.
We have the ice cube trays.
We have Christmas tree ice cube trays?
I think so.
Yeah, but once I use them for resin, we can't use them for ice.
We don't use ice.
True. Well, when it's time to take out the Christmas decorations, I'll find out.
Okay. This is what we do.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
Yeah. That is if we're not both sitting here with headphones plugged in.
Yep.
That way we don't bother each other with our music, or because we have very different music tastes.
Although I was listening today to what you like.
Yeah. But then it got too slow.
Yeah, it was too slow for me.
Yeah, I don't understand why Dolly Parton came on there.
She thought I changed the station on Pandora, and
Yeah.
Nope. Miranda Lambert came on too. I have no clue why. It was 80s rock.
Yeah.
Maybe they thought I wasn't listening anymore and decided to throw in random stuff.
Maybe.
So, but yeah, my painting's almost done. I'll finish it tonight.
This one is not. I just started it a few days ago, though.
Yeah, I made her put her creepy one away.
Yeah. Well, you didn't make me. I chose to. I was debating on finishing it first, but I knew how big this one was, and
How much black there was in it.
I want to make sure I have plenty of time to finish it. Just in case you need me to do any others.
Well, after this one, I have my mom's to finish, and then I only have 2 more.
Okay. But you have about a month and a half.
Yeah.
So, you might need me to do another one. I'll volunteer to do the one from Amazon. That's a nice, simple one.
That's a small one.
I know. I don't know why you got this one so big. It really didn't need to be this big. It's not a particularly detailed picture.
Sorry.
Is the other one's picture as big?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just wondering, because they might complain if they're not the same size.
Yeah, the other one's is just as big.
What's that one?
Toy Story.
Oh, that's right. That'll have a lot of color.
Yes, it will. What can I say? I'm crazy.
You are.
But you love me.
Yeah.
You just don't know why.
So I helped you with the massive one you did.
Yep.
Did I do any others for you?
Stuffs.
That's right. I thought so. And now I'm doing this one.
2.5.
If you want to get really technical, it's probably more like 2 3/4, but or 2/3. I won't say 3/4. Only because I work faster.
You do work faster. And you had more time because you were out on unemployment at that time.
Yeah. I've been doing this for
A couple of
longer
years.
than she has. I've been doing it for almost 4 years now.
I've been doing it for a little under a year.
Yeah. And plus, she has a tremor in her hands, so which I don't have.
I'm also easily distracted.
Yeah. I'm not as easily distracted. I can work.
I also
Well, I
can't
do
work
other
and
things.
talk at the same time, so I can't do videos.
As you can see,
I can't do videos.
you
and
haven't
then
seen her
paint.
place very many drills. But through the camera, it looks really pretty.
There's one. But anyways, we should probably end here. We're getting kind of random.
Yeah, it's a 40-minute long video now.
Okay. But I do want to say to any of you that watch this, I'm going to do a live tomorrow night.
News to me.
With Mackenzie's help.
Okay. You are aware I work till 5:30.
Yes, I am.
Which means probably closer to 6.
The plan is for the live to be at 7.
Okay.
My old time, remember?
Okay. Thanks for letting me know.
Because Laura Law goes live at 8.
Okay.
Okay. So, plan is to go live at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, Eastern Standard Time. So, hopefully I'll see some of you there. And I hope you all have a great night. And I will see you later. Bye.
Bye.